What's up, YouTube? I am officially here to make my first video. Just a little bit about myself from the title to talk about my experience of being a teen mom. I had my child, my only child, at the age of 13, and I'm just here to give tips and encouragement and just motivate people who are younger parents just to be the best parent that you can be. There's no perfect parent, no matter how old you are. But being a teen mom, it is challenging and it's different, situations for different people. Some people may have a lot of help, some people may not have that much help, but I'm here to help you. So I had my child at the age of 13. And just a brief intro about having a child at 13, I just want to be clear. Like, I wasn't a child that was, hot and fast or just, boy crazy. This is just something that happened, and I really didn't know what was happening. My mom never had the birds and bees talk with me. I didn't even know how you had sex. It wasn't even on my mind, period. I had a baby by my brother's friend who always came to the house or whatever. I did have like a little childish crush on him. He was cute, but I never thought about having sex with him or anything like that. He was 15 and I was 13 when I had my child. It happened so quickly, like literally I was a virgin. I'm gonna say 2 minutes tops, boom, I was pregnant. I'm not gonna say it was like tragic or anything because I'm a strong person. I always been mature for my age. So I got through it. I don't want to take too long, but I wasn't hot and fast. I wasn't out there trying to have sex. It's just something that happened, and it's just something that happened. So I did have like an absent mom. She was always at work or staying with her boyfriend. So basically, me and my brother had the house to ourselves a lot. My dad, he moved to Arizona when I was like 5, so he wasn't present in my life consistently. I was super shy. I didn't know how to say no. I'm grown and I'm still shy. I wouldn't say super shy, but I'm still shy. And how I told my mom, I actually wrote her a letter. Like, I didn't know. First of all, I went like 4 or 5 months not even knowing I was pregnant. Really just not understanding. I was a child. Like, I wasn't understanding, okay, you didn't come on your period. So yeah, I wrote my mom a letter. She read it or whatever. She didn't go off on me or anything. So I was actually in middle school and pregnant, and it was crazy because everybody was just looking at me, probably getting judged. I mean, no one said anything in my face, but I know I was getting judged. Like I said, I'm strong and I'm just glad that I had God. I've always been spiritual since a young age, so I know for a fact God helped me through and it all worked out. I don't want this video to be super long, but I do want to talk about, fast forward my daughter. Fast forward, I end up finishing school. So I did graduate high school and I'm proud that I did that because, a lot of teen moms, they don't finish school, and I was happy that I could do that and show my child that. And she graduated high school earlier this year. Filming this in 2018, by the way. So she graduated in May 2018. Y'all just don't know how I felt being a teen mom and going through what I went through. And just to see my daughter walk across that stage was like everything to me. And no matter how young you are, you can do your best at raising your child. There's no perfect parent out there. You're gonna make mistakes, but I'm here to give advice. I actually love children. I worked in childcare for about 5 years, so just being around children brightens my day. I mean, they just give me so much joy. But I do want to get right into the advice, and my first piece of advice would be to really raise your child, even if you're young. I mean, there's so much information out there. You have to really raise your child and train up a child just train them up for success. Whether it be like when they're babies, you can read to them, show them flashcards. I mean, these kids are so advanced now, they can learn quickly even as babies. And reading to them is very important. So I would definitely read to my child. I mean, there's a lot of people that are not even teaching their kids you know, just how to say yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, thank you, please. You know, just learning how to teach your child how to speak to adults. Assign them chores. Like when they're young like that, the younger you teach them how to do chores, it will stick with them. And that's one thing that I did not do with my daughter, even though she knows how to clean or whatever. I used to clean her room for her. And you know, I taught her how to clean her room, but I used to enable her a little bit. Also, have real detailed conversations with your child. So I'm going to just skip ahead. One thing that I think helped my daughter, and one thing that I didn't have growing up, was someone to have real life conversations with me. And that's something that I do with my daughter, and I feel like that has helped her tremendously in not making any mistakes that I have made. Not to say she's perfect or anything, but she's 19, she has never been on birth control, and she's not pregnant, never been pregnant. Well, I think what helped that is me just having a real conversation with her about sex early. Soon as your daughter comes on her period, soon as your son starts going through his puberty stage, it's time to have the talk. And that can be as early as 9 or 10, just to be honest. And the talk is going to be uncomfortable, but it will really help, you know, your child to be prepared. You know, just have an idea about what's going on in the world, especially in these days and times. You know, you really want to talk to your children about all types of things. So I did talk to my child about, you know, first of all, her period and things like that. I talked to her about sex and about sexually transmitted diseases. You know, I talked to her about gender, like how there are gay people, and you know, just being very careful out there and always using protection no matter what. So I did talk to her about those things. If I wouldn't have had that talk, then she would have been, you know, clueless. And so I think the parent really should be, you know, the person who is having this first initial conversation. I don't even think they talk about it in schools anymore. So yeah. And another thing that I have learned over the years, just from working in childcare and having my own child, and even dealing with situations with my mom, you really need to speak encouragement into your child at a young age. Praise your child for doing the right things. You know, I mean, it's kind of obvious that your parents rag on you about different stuff and, you know, come down on you, but make sure you're encouraging your child and, you know, just setting positive affirmations over your child at a young age and let them hear those encouragement words. And I feel like you should do that throughout your child's life, all the way up into adulthood. You know, really, you know, build them up, because the world is already gonna, you know, come for them. So you build your child up so they can have that confidence and they can know, you know, have that foundation of who they are. Okay, and another thing, don't be your child's friend. This is something that I had a problem with me being 13, having a child, and my daughter, we are close in age. I'm not gonna say I was her friend, but with me being still young myself, there's a lot of things that I feel like I probably let her get away with, that I shouldn't have. So really set those boundaries, not to be your child's friend at all. Like, it can be no play. Don't even give them the hint that you're, just don't do it. Don't be your children's friends. Be their parents. You got to set that boundary from the jump. Also, there's no like I said, there's no perfect way to raise a child, but there's Google out there. You can Google just about anything. And another thing, if you're pregnant and you're young, or if you're older, make sure you're eating healthy foods, like while you're pregnant, because this really helps the child. Like, that's another thing. Introduce foods to your children at a young age too, because that's something that I really didn't do with my child. I mean, she ate a variety of foods, you know, around my grandmother, and we would have different types of food. But as she got older, she really doesn't eat a lot of vegetables and things. And I don't know if that's because I didn't feed her a lot of vegetables when she was young. But that's another thing. Introduce different type of foods, and they're not gonna like everything, but make sure you're trying to introduce foods. Even if you don't eat these foods, at least try to feed your children nutrition based foods, basically fruits and veggies a lot. They need that, and that's something that I didn't do. So that's another thing. I did want to show you guys some pictures. Of course, this is me and my child, and she was about 7. You see it on this picture. And that's my grandmother, by the way. In that picture back there, her birthday was yesterday, so I did want to put her right there, so feel like she's with me. And here's a picture of me when I graduated high school. So I did graduate. That is me, a young me. And this is actually a picture of us with my granny. Yeah, so I'm just here to help any way I can, because being a teen mom can be stressful. So I just really hope that someone gets something out of this video and you can really finish school. I know there's assistance out there. You can put your child in daycare. The state that you live in will help you pay for daycare. It might slow you down a little bit, and but it's not the end of the world. You can do it. I did it. Like I said, my daughter graduated. I graduated high school, and we're going on to do good things. And I did want to show you guys a picture of her, that to show proof that she graduated. She graduated. That's us at her graduation party. So yes, she did graduate high school. And I'm proud of myself, because it could have been worse. Like, it really could have been worse. It's like your child will motivate you to do better. 9 times out of 10, your child will motivate you to do better. And my child really helped me to keep going and not to give up. Because just because you have a child, like I said, it's not the end of the world. You're gonna make it. If you need child care, check in with your state DHS, Department of Human Services, and you can get child care, and they will pay for your child care. And if you don't have transportation, try to find a child care that has transportation. That's what I had growing up. My child actually got picked up from the house in the morning and dropped off at around 5:30 every day. And I still got up and went to school and did what I had to do. It was rough, but I did it, and I'm happy. I'm just here to encourage and let you know that there's no perfect parent. No matter how old you are, no matter how young you are, you can be your best for your child and teach your children just manners and just help them to be successful, and start young. If you start young, it really sticks with them, and it just makes you so happy that you actually raised a good child. Because there's a lot of parents that are younger and they're into the social media. Give your children attention. That's another thing. I worked in childcare, and I just observed how these children really want attention. So you should always be, carving out time to give your child that undivided attention, so they can feel love and they can feel, that someone really cares for them. And I know some parents, they don't do this on purpose, but if you're caught up in the latest gossip and on, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat all the time, it's a lot of younger people, it's like a selfish mentality, because that's kind of what I had growing up. I was still a child trying to do me. I'm a child, like, I'm a teenager. I'm trying to live my life. And you lack, that balance of, okay, I have a child now. It's time for me to, show my child my undivided attention, and put away the phone, and put away, anything that is distracting you from being there for your child. I'm hoping this video helps somebody out there. Like I said, if you have any questions, feel free to leave comments. I'm here for the comments. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I have more, videos to come. I'm really proud of myself, and like I said, if you got any comments, please leave them below, and I will try my best to answer any questions that you however, this is like a hobby for me, so I still have a job. I actually have 2 jobs, but I'm gonna try to do my very best to upload consistently. And I just hope that you guys go with me on my journey. Like I said, this is like my first video, so bear with me. I'm gonna get the thing down pat. It took me so long to do this first video, and I'm just so excited and happy that I'm doing it. And I'm just really hoping that I can help someone. Just one little piece of advice that I may have said in this video, I'm just praying that it can help someone. So please stay tuned. Please come back to my channel. Like I said, please subscribe, like, and share, and comment. And I will see you guys in my next video.